What's the one thing we can all agree on? To me, it's that peanut butter and jam go together, kind of. Not really the same, but it does kind of go together. What do you think?
Uh, well, I'll just wrap this around because I let you set up the joke and the punchline for this intro, so I have nothing in mind. Um, this is obviously a video discussing what the EastEnders subreddit can all agree on, because at the end of the day, we are all very opinionated people, and we all have our own takes how we like our favourite soap, EastEnders. You have the group of people who love EastEnders but hate what's currently being on, but they despise all the other soaps, which is hilarious. Um, but yeah, that's an interesting little topic, meeting in the middle. And I wonder who the fuck, what do people actually agree on?
That's going to be interesting. So I guess we get right into it. This commenter says, I see on Reddit that there's so many different conflicting opinions and such on many topics, which is fine. Okay, you're allowed to have that. But your opinion is correct. It's up to you, up to what fucking John from County Clare thinks. But what is something you all think that you could agree on? Immediately, off the top row, Pat shouldn't have been killed off. Luckily for us, we have that forever iconic line. Ash, do you want to do it?
She's about as Jewish as a bacon sandwich.
Thank you, Pat. It's almost like you're in the room with us.
Yeah. Yeah, fundamentally, 100% true. I don't think anybody's like, fucking hated Pat, fucking bitch. Like, people lovingly call her Fat Pat, which I think's fucked up. But yeah, at the end of the day, imagine how much the show would have been elevated if you still had Pat here today. Obviously, she may have left, because how old is she now? Like Pam St. Clements?
Like 60, 70 maybe.
She's not fucking 60, for fuck's sake. She's 82.
Ah, fair enough. Young for her age.
Obviously an openly bisexual woman. And fucking living her best life.
Does she do karaoke like Barry? No.
Nah, she's alright.
Alright. Yeah, I'd personally keep her. I call her Pat with a nice baps, Makes lovely baps. From what I heard from people on the show, it's lovely baps. So yeah, Pat I agree with. I do love Pat, but seeing her at Peggy's death hits home like because of Pat. It's just like
Yeah, like her death makes me cry every time, and her involvement with Peggy's death makes me cry every time.
like because that's how I like to imagine if Doc got a proper exit. She like CJ. I know people go, but Ethel is already dead in real life. You can fucking make things work if you can.
No, you don't need to bring back Ethel for Dot's death. There's other people you could use.
No. I mean, like she sees all her friends basically, like Jim.
If you were to do a similar death for Dot, I would have her talk to Nick.
Fair enough.
I would have her see Nick, and you could say that she was like hallucinating, or like, when you see things that aren't there. Maybe she's like talking to Nick in her head, but obviously there's no one there. That's what I do personally. That's the perfect way. I will say someone did, just because it's come up now. Someone did leave a comment when we talked about Dot's exit, and I need to fucking find it. It felt like it was. I said I was going to do some digging, but I got lazy. When June Brown left EastEnders, she wanted to retire from acting, so that's why she left them. I think they did leave the door open for her to come back, and to be honest, she had died, I think, around April 2022, and it was a surprise, and maybe she didn't want to come back before then, who knows? And they filmed her funeral in October 2022. There's an article about it. Maybe she wouldn't have been well enough to film anything before then. Who knows? I think they did the best under the circumstances. I mean, the issue is we don't know that, is my problem. like, the way that she responded was like someone shit in her face. And they went, yeah, how's that taste, Dot? And she goes, I'm not fucking coming back. That to me sounds like she didn't get the response she wanted. I remember there being a lot of talk at the time where she was like, they didn't let me act. Because she let the actor who plays Nick do a, like basically tell the story, and he was just like, yeah, I mean, she wanted to do more, but they just kept giving her nothing, and she didn't want to be there if she's just going to just say, oh, I say. So, that's my take on it. Maybe I don't know the information, you know?
I just think it's an awful... I understand circumstances prevent, like, some people can't act, they're just too old. But come on, you could literally... You could have done something.
And, like, you don't even need to do it. Like, obviously you don't want to... Obviously, if she's older, you don't want to have it take, like, fucking... You don't want to have it take, like, a year. Because it'd be shit. But, like, you're telling me you can't say, all right, Dot, we're going to really... Basically, we're going to put you in a home for 6 months. You can do 10, 20, 30 episodes, maybe. And obviously, a lot of them will be a bunch of old faces returning from the past to talk to Dot in the home and see how she's doing and make amends and be there for her. And that way, you can have her slowly degrade over time, which I'd imagine is what they would do if you are doing them, like a Alzheimer's or like a dementia storyline. You could say you've just been hiding that, like, she's been diagnosed for a while now. She just didn't want to show her face in Walford for a long time. And you can just have it slowly happen over, like, you know, if she comes back in the middle of the year, have her die at Christmas. You know, would that not have been easier?
I mean, true, yeah, I agree.
That way you get to have Dot have all these really emotional conversations with, you know, a bunch of people from the past. You could bring back Lofty. You could bring back Mary. You could bring back Colin and Barry. You could even bring back Fat Boy. Fuck it. You could bring back all these characters who she's had that, like, mother relationship to, and you could even have Nick in there at the end as she's on her last legs.
It's just, yeah,
I'd much prefer that than what we got.
I think we can all agree on that. Dot's death is not that well handled. I understand circumstances prevented it, but I'm just saying, come on, lad, you could have done better. I understand, like, your
I suppose, obviously, yeah, obviously, just to fully remind it, it's the caveat. We don't know if she was fully capable. Obviously, we heard stories about her struggling to read the scripts. Her eyesight wasn't what it used to. Hearing wasn't what it used to be. She would have to have someone, like, tell her the script because she couldn't fucking read it. Obviously, you do that, but that's why you just give her the minimum you can, but enough so she does get to fucking thrive.
Exactly, and I think it's time we get back to talking about deaths that should have never happened. Killing off Roxy and Ronnie, the way they did was a stupid short-term thing. Even if you didn't like them, such huge characters being wasted like this is a crime.
Yep.
Sean O'Connor, don't know who the fuck he is.
He was a executive producer.
Had such a grudge held against the Mitchells. Not only did he kill off Roxy and Ronnie, they also reportedly have plans to kill off Billy Mitchell.
I've never heard about this, but I wouldn't. He was a producer. He was executive producer from 2016 until 2017. He was axed. Most people just leave. He was axed. And he also just got rid of so many fucking cool characters. It's a list. He replaced Dominic Treadwell Collins. Some people disliked him, but he did do the Who Killed Lucy storyline. Fucking fantastic shit. But yeah, he killed off Ronnie and Roxy. He obviously people were fucking fuming. Like obviously Ross Kemp was fuming, Barbara Windsor was fuming, Danny Dyer was fucking furious. Got rid of the Cokers, got rid of Lee Carter, and a lot of people did decide, fuck this, I'm not fucking staying with this shit. And yeah, I mean, just look at the level of storylines that are talked about. Max's Revenge, a storyline that was supposed to be so much longer than it was, but they axed it because it was shit. The arrival of the Taylor family, a family who, yeah, sure, Keanu died at Christmas, but no one fucking cares. Like at the end of the day, the Taylor family were like they were okay. They were fine. I don't think they were anybody's favorite. Lee and Whitney's miscarriage. That Denise's pregnancy through Phil. Great storyline, that one. The death of Paul Coker, which, Ben Mitchell's happy, gone. What? He was just happy, dead. Sound. Dot's blindness.
That's a shoot. That's a fucking shoot. That's a shoot fight. If you don't know, that's basically he did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. I don't care.
One of the most notable storylines which received a negative reception was a storyline focusing on the bins in the square. Who the fuck knows, mate? Who the fuck knows?
I mean, Ronnie and Roxy can come back. It's just we need to wait until the contract for Hollyoaks is gone. But at the same time, there could be a different producer by then, and would it hit us the same? We don't know.
I don't know. I think I'd like to believe that Clenshaw's got a good couple of years in him, but executive producers don't really last that long.
Like, obviously, the belief that the fandom, and I believe even EastEnders have, is that Ronnie and Roxy technically, like, they'll retcon that they're not dead. They say they're dead, but they know, like, basically, we all know they aren't dead, but even EastEnders are like, we know they aren't dead, but we have to say they're dead for obvious reasons. Like, because I feel like everyone just brushes that off. Like, obviously, it was a great death, but even I, who didn't like Ronnie and Roxy, can admit that it was a bit shit. It's just it's a shame when you literally go, okay, Sean O'Connor, I'm thinking about 6 months off. Is that all right? 6 months, dead. 6
yeah,
months,
pretty much
dead. No. I don't want to be killed off. I want to return in 6 months, dead. Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of characters were killed off in this time period, right? Like some characters just needlessly, and that's the risk of assigning someone to be an executive producer because they fucking shape the show for the next period of time. So like, and obviously the fucking jokey one was when I don't know if it was immediately after they handed it over, but when fucking in the 90s, at the early 90s, when Tony Holland, Julia Smith left, they gave it to some guy who's like, can we kill off Pete Beale? How about Pete Beale dies? He dies in a bombing in a car. He dies in a fucking, however he fucking dies. I want him to die. It's like, nah, probably keep Pete Beale. You want him to die, and then he just got fucking axed immediately because he was just. He wanted there to be an IRA bombing, allegedly.
I know it would have been controversial, especially because there was, I believe at that time there was fucking rows in Northern Ireland. Rows, I say, there was fucking. Oh, let's not go there. But I would have.
Yeah. Anyways, that's.
I would have fucking loved the IRA bombing just to see, because considering it's the 80s and the early 90s, there is still some resentment with fucking Ireland and England. So the writer's gonna be, I can't say the word, but he's gonna be absolutely like diddly dee, fucking up the rat, diddly dee. He's not gonna fucking treat it seriously. He's gonna have it be a fucking comically joke. Like, There is no way in my absolute mind is he taking that seriously.
But yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Obviously,
So
I would do a segment talking about Ronnie and Roxy, but everybody understands that it was a terrible move.
is it bad to say I would have rather him gone through killing off Billy than Ronnie and Roxy? Not really, but
Not
then,
really.
but then you wouldn't have Stevie Mitchell now, so.
Yeah, but honestly, this is his first good storyline in
20 years.
It's been a long time since Billy's been interesting. So I don't fucking think. Only if Steve McFadden said he would walk if Billy was killed off. Interesting.
Rude, someone commented. How can someone have a grudge against a made up fact? What ridiculous, man. I mean, Chris Chan held grudges against Sonic. So let that one sit in your fucking mouth. That's basically something just shot in your mouth, or just give you a lemon.
Keep it rolling.
I had a feeling Ronnie and Roxy would come up. Cindy should have never been resurrected. Killing off Ronnie and Ronnie and Roxy is still a mistake to this day. Should have never retconned Albie's dad. Fuck off.
What do you mean? They never confirmed that Keanu was Albie's dad. They always left the door open. Sharon just decided, Keanu's his dad. I know Keanu's the dad. Maybe they did the blood test, but I don't remember. Didn't she just decide, fuck it, I know he's not Keanu's, but I'm just gonna act like he is?
Something like that. I feel like.
And let's be honest, just because people don't like Cindy doesn't mean she shouldn't have been resurrected. Look at all the good stuff that's been brought with Cindy being back. You have the Knight family, you have Elaine returning, you have Linda at the forefront of the show. Like, you have Ian and fucking original, well, not original, but mainstay Peter Beale actor back. You've had the Jane return. Like, nah, come on, Matt. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean the return has been shit.
Yeah, I feel like Albie Starkey and Redcon was actually a brilliant choice. Finally give a legacy child to two of the most important characters on the history of the show. Not to mention characters that have been romantically involved since the 90s. I just wish they had developed Phil's relationship a bit better since that revelation. I understand what you mean, but I feel like Phil already has a legacy child. With three of his other kids. With Sharon, Denny shouldn't have been killed off. I like the idea
Agreed.
What?
Denny shouldn't have been killed off.
No, I'm happy.
You're killing off the granddad. You're killing off the grandson of Den Watts.
Dennis Watts, not Den Watts.
The grandson.
Oh, the grandson only. Denny should have never been killed off. I like the idea that Albie was the result of a big secret that resulted in numerous consequences. Mel and Denny dying, Louise leaving, Linda and Martin faking Keanu's death, etc. And the retcon that it felt like a slap in the face to all those plots that happened before. It didn't.
I don't think it's that big of a deal, personally.
It's 100%.
Like, look, it's just the parentage of Keanu was never fully defined. So obviously I don't want Phil to get back with Sharon. Like, I'm not about that life, but yeah, anyways. Just have a scroll down, see if there's any more interesting ones.
Brian Ricky Norworth for being blackmail and I guess revenge points because smoking a joint was absolutely that's fat boy, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean yes, but also wasn't he having a Tommy Tug?
Apparently.
Wasn't he having a Tommy Tank?
Tommy Tank.
Like. Don't even read any of that. It's there's no point. The second Zionist gets fucking brought into it, it's hilarious.
I fucking can't see it. Oh, there it is. There it is for people at home. Fucking hell. If I got up for this 100 times I would there. It's absolutely no reason for them to come down as hard as they did on them. I mean, he did come down
hard. I will agree. He got caught doing some nefarious things, and ended up getting fired, and his character got fucking brutally killed. Probably was a bit harsh.
Jack can't cook. Absolutely agreed. Cindy's annoying and a creep. Okay, let's not bring Radiohead into this, please.
Keep scrolling, keep scrolling.
The theme song banks. The Duff Duffs are absolutely iconic.
No, I want the theme song to be changed. I know it sounds like heresy, but I want a slight update to the theme.
You want the jazz theme brought back?
I wouldn't say no. No, I want it to change. I want it to change slightly. Like, I like literally every other EastEnders theme more than the current one.
How would you feel if they did a Hollyoaks intro from the mid 2000s? You know the one with the bit.
Fucking start shredding. Obviously that wouldn't work, but I don't know how I change it. I do like a slight tweak of the instruments.
Get a bit of a cowbell in there, you know.
Just do something else with it. We've had the same theme since 2009.
Get a bit of fucking AC/DC on that fucking Hell's Bells. Nobody likes the recent Sonya storyline.
Fair.
Max Brandon's the ultimate supreme pussy slayer. EastEnders, a different breed, the likes that we'll never see again. His riz needs to be studied. The goat.
To be fair, Junior's getting up there.
Junior's getting up the leg of someone's jaws every fucking week. Like, there's no doubt about that. Like he is Max Brandon but black. Like, let's be honest. He is Max Brandon. The Phil Mitchell is the king of the Walford and is legendary.
Phil Mitchell is the king of Walford. Someone has been watching the AI songs.
Sonia and Reese are boring and have zero chemistry as a couple. As long as the actors do their job properly, their private lives are their own business.
Yeah.
Agree.
It fucking is.
I fucking agree.
Bal's had an argument with someone. Who cares? They're actors. Obviously, if it's a bad argument, fair enough. I don't know I'm not familiar with their work, but fucking stop it. Stop fucking. I don't know, like fucking the subreddits, like, they hate the show, but they love drama that's outside the show if it's related. Anyways, keep rolling.
I think we can all agree that EastEnders are probably never as good as
EastEnders has not been good since 2009. Look, just because it's different now doesn't mean it's worse. It just maybe means it's not entirely for you anymore. Like, you're not going to get the crime-filled gangsters. It's not what the show is anymore. It's family drama. If you don't like the families, good fucking luck, because that's what we're getting. That's where we're at. You watched EastEnders in 85. We fucking have. It's family drama.
I mean, you said we have. Yeah. I've only seen about 4 months of 85.
Shush, you're not supposed to admit that.
How dare you, Piggy? That's blasphemy. That's 50 quid docks off your payment for this month.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I think we've realised that there's only really a couple of things that the subreddit agree on. There's about 2 things.
Ronnie Roxy shouldn't have been killed off, and Fat Boy shouldn't have been killed off.
Exactly. But yeah, it's an interesting little one, nice little fun topic. I'm glad we got to do it. It was a fun little video. So yeah, thank you to everyone who's been watching. Make sure to join us in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.